Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cloth and Paper YouTube channel. This is Emma from Customer Service, and today I'm going to be showing you a few different ways to use our Dry Erase Today dashboard. So this was sent as part of the January 2020 planner stationery box. It will be available in the shop in limited quantities, so if you are interested in one of these, I would definitely say get one now before they're gone. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so the next thing I am going to show you is sort of an inspirational dashboard idea. I think it would be really cool to fill this with things that you find inspiring and motivating, and so you can see that every day when you're considering your day. So as everybody in the office knows, and I think probably some of you have picked up on as well, green is my favorite color. So the couple things that I have chosen to put on my inspiration dashboard are a country lane with a lot of trees. This reminds me of places I used to visit when I was growing up. And then I really like illustrations of plants, so I've got one of those too. And then I found a bag full of old letters in a thrift shop once. And I really like these stamps and just the way this all looks. So this is what I have as my inspiration. And then I'm also going to put a quotation that I find inspiring on here. And the cool thing about that is that I can change the quotation daily if I want to. So let's see, how do I want to do some of this? I think what I am actually going to do with this is put it on the other side where I want to see it, so that I could write over top of it if I want to. Okay. So then I'm going to grab a little bit of washi tape, and it's going to be green because of obvious reasons at this point. Okay, so now I have this. I decided I liked the way just these two looked better, so I'm gonna leave the country lane out for right now. And then, let's see. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is layer my quotation over this. So, let's see. The greenery kind of gives me some Robert Frost vibes, I think kind of road less traveled. So I am gonna go with a Robert Frost quotation. But not the road less traveled. Okay. So now I have just my little piece of inspiration, which I can put on top of, back in my daily slot. Let's just see how it'll look. I have to say, I actually really like the way this looks. My color scheme for my planner is black, white, and gold, and then with green accents. So I really like the way this turned out. Okay. What I'm going to show you is sort of a practical application. I'm going to show you how to use the Today dashboard as a daily note task priority list. I think this will be very useful for people who do not have daily pages in their planner, like myself. I have a monthly calendar and a weekly layout, but no daily pages. So this is kind of going to take the place of a daily page without having a single sheet of paper for each day. So what I have done is taken one of our bullet journal dot grid inserts, and I have sort of laid out how I would like to see things in my day. So I have a space for the date up top, the 3 tasks. This is for notes throughout the day, and then this bottom section is for tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is, and the reason I did this is so that I could have a template for every day, so that it wasn't all over the place, it was more like the same thing every day. So I'm just going to slide this underneath here and line that up. And then I'm going to grab my dry erase marker. And I left myself quite a bit of room at the top so that I could kind of get creative with how the day is and change it up as I go along. But today I think I'm just going to do kind of a straight up with block letters. So today is Tuesday, January 28th. It's the 28th today. Okay, so for today, one of my top priorities was to help film this video. So for my first task, I think I'm going to write prep for video, because I did that this morning. And then I'm going to write film today dashboard video. My final task for the day is pretty much just to answer emails and answer some of you all's questions. So answer emails is going to go in there third. One of the things I like about this being dry erase is as I finish these tasks, for instance, I've already prepped for this video this morning, I can just erase it. So now it is done, but not only is it done, I now have a new space for a new task. And this helps me because it has me focusing on just 3 tasks all the time. I'm not getting overwhelmed by this full list, and it kind of lets me know what are the top 3 priorities. So whatever is in this box is kind of what I'm going to be working on at that time. So then this section right here is for notes. So I might put in there, for instance, goal 30 emails, just as a reminder to myself. And then this bottom section I'm going to use for things that I'm going to need to do tomorrow. So I think I will put in here, we have some very cool videos planned for you guys with some of our new products, so definitely watch out for these. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is take the dashboard itself and put my template to the side and grab my planner. So like I said, my planning system consists mostly of the monthly layout, and then I like to use our weekly capsule because the only thing I really keep in my weekly layout is events that I actually have. So what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy "this is what you have to do today" dashboard and just clip it into my rings here. There we go. And now this sits on top telling me this is what I have to do for the day. And then if I want to see, okay, what's my actual events I have to do today, I can just see right behind it. I think also I would consider having a backing sheet for this so that I just have a solid color behind the dashboard. But it doesn't bother me personally to be able to see through it, but if it does bother you, I would suggest maybe keeping either the dot grid or just a blank sheet of paper behind this. It might be cool to have a nice pop of color behind there. Alright, okay, so now I am just going to erase this. and hear that super satisfying sound. Okay, moving on to idea number 3. We're gonna put this aside for just a minute. So the next idea I have is basically to use this dashboard as a sort of temporary insert. I don't think that's gonna make much sense until I show you, but this is what I'm gonna do. So what I have here are one of our beauty inserts. So I use these to record makeup looks that I really like that I want to be able to recreate again. But while I'm working on creating them, what I typically do is write it out in pencil and then go over it in pen. But when I saw this, I immediately thought, I think I can use that instead and not have to erase everything and then rewrite it on. So what I'm going to do is, like I did with the template before, layer these on top of each other, get them in the right position, and then basically while I'm creating the look I want, I'm going to write everything in dry erase, and then when I'm finished, I can copy it over in pen onto the insert. So, one thing I would recommend for this is, I'm using half letters, so that's a fairly large size. I would definitely recommend, especially if you're using slightly smaller sizes, coming up with some sort of abbreviations so that you can best use the space that you have. So for instance, the foundation I'm really wearing a lot right now is the Benefit Soft Blur. So I'm just gonna put Benefit Soft Blur. I've also been using a Benefit Concealer. I think it's the sheer concealer, so we'll do that, which is also in number 1 because I'm not gonna lie to you, your girl is pale. Eyeshadow is something I'm sort of learning how to use now. Eyeliner, my favorite is the micro liner from Stila because I just like how absolutely fine it is. I like fine point pens too, so no surprise there. I believe I use the Too Faced mascara most of the time. I'm terrible at my brows. That's gonna be a learning section for me. And then, actually my favorite lip colors to use are the Sephora brand. I don't know why, I just really like those lip colors, partially I think because they smell like vanilla. So this is kind of an empty box here where you can include anything you might need. Oh, blush. I think the blush I use is from Tarte, so we'll try that one. So then obviously if you have any extra notes, you can add them in here. What you could also do is kind of draw in the shape you want. So then when I was finished with what I wanted, I would just lay the two side by side, and then I could copy over onto this freshly not erased page what my makeup look was going to be. And I think you can use this same idea for a lot of different inserts that you're sort of using as a template. I've been practicing my makeup a lot recently, so this is the first one that jumped into my mind. Okay, so the final thing I am going to show you is an idea of how to use this as a reference page or an index or a key. So I use a little bit of color coding in my planner, mostly with our page flags, the transparent page flags, and our minimal shape sticker sets. Like I said, my colors are mostly black, white, gold, and green, but I also like to use shades of gray, and then occasionally I really like our nude color, so I'll use this sometimes. But what I'm going to do is just sort of start laying these out on the dashboard. So we'll start with my green transparent page flag. This is our olive color. I'm a sucker for anything green, so obviously if we offer it in green, I have it. And then ash. I like this shade of gray a lot. It's very subtle. And then these are our nude page flags. I'm going to take our transparent sticky notes, pull one of these off, grab some scissors and cut cut this into some smaller strips. I'm going to put the stickers on the transparent page flag, and then it will still lay over the dashboard and look as though they are just sitting on it. Okay, so I'm going to take the minimal shape sticker sets. As we've already established, I'm a big fan of green, so I do tend to use green quite a bit. So I'm just going to start with these for now and have some open room if I'd like to add things in the future. Alright, so then I can put in what I'm using each of these colors and or shapes for. So for page flags, I typically use these to mark my priorities, but I'm separating them into 3 categories. So this is going to be projects, health related, and then I think I will use the nude for theater. This is a task. And now I'm just filling in what each of these things means to me. So then typically I use this to mark important dates. So then I can just pop this into my planner and have this for reference when I'm using my color coding and I suppose shape coding system. And of course the good thing about it being dry erase is if I change my mind and I want this color or shape to represent something else, I just erase it real quick and replace it with what I actually want it to be. So in this case we're going to change this from theater task to task. Dry erase is also good for me because I tend to make lots of spelling mistakes. So it allows me to go in and fix those. Alright. And I'm just going to put it into my planner real quick to show you how it can work. And there you go. I find it easier to put things in on this side, perhaps because I'm right-handed. So it can just sit on top of my weekly spread. I think I would use this a lot also when I'm going over like project task lists. I tend to use running task lists and running notes, and so I use a lot of these symbols in them to mark what's important. I think it would be really useful for that as well. Alright, so I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If it has been helpful to you, please give us a thumbs up and make sure to comment and subscribe for more content. Please let us know below what you would like to see in the future. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Bye!
Okay, girl. You rolling.
Okay. Ellie can fix that, I think. You'll take all that audio out, but I thought I'd ramble anyway.
Here we go.
I might be doing some work in post.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, actually. I think I have shade number 1. Not really sure. Grab. Okay. So I'll let you in on a little secret. Can't totally tell if these are straight or not. Might have to fix it in a minute. Let me just, oh no. These page flags are at an angle. Okay. Is it bothering you or do you think it's actually? Oh no. 28th. It's the 28th today. Okay.
Figure that out.
Okay. And And then my finer,
as well, like, break, to be dead honest. We like to party.
Maybe not.
Actually, it could. Well,
Okay.